And what's going on, guys? It's Straw Hat Brian. I am back again here to deliver my One Piece chapter 888 review for you guys. If you have not read it yet, please do so now. Spoilers, as you know, bro, it's going to be lurking in this video. So, man, this chapter, bro, let's get into it. Honestly, this cover story, we got to talk about the cover story. EDO decides to become a pirate. Good for you, EDO and company. Blue Gilly and the other two bandits, and there's that other guy who's there also. But good job for them. You know what I mean? Good for them. I'm happy that they just decided to go all out with this thing. They're like, you know what? We just joined a pirate grand fleet. Let's just become pirates. We're all just fighters and bandits and misfits. Let's just get together. So that was pretty cool. Now, that was it for that. Let's just go on to this chapter, because this chapter, even though it was only like 14 pages long or something, like 13 pages long, bro, this chapter was fire. Oh my God, man, this chapter was fire. So, you know, the chapter starts off is we catch back up with Luffy now is finally confronting Katakuri. I don't remember me seeing Brule anywhere. Maybe I missed her, but Luffy confronts Katakuri. Katakuri is basically like, hey, man, you know, let's not just get right into the violence. Let's have a little talk. And then basically is trying to figure out why has Luffy decided to confront him. Does he know, like, he can't beat him and is finally going to join the Big Mom Pirates? Because he's like, yo, I'll offer you a spot. And then he's also thinking, like, or are you just too scared to, like, run away and, like, you know what I mean, face shame, so you're just willing to die? And then Luffy's like, nah, bro, I plan on to defeat you. So cuts off from there. We don't get anything. We just kind of see like they go at each other. So I feel like a lot of that fight will be off screen, but I'm hoping that changes in the anime, because in the manga a lot of it's been off screen. We got like a little bit of back and forth, but we didn't really get a huge like focus on this fight because there's so many moving pieces that are going on. How could you? But I'm pretty sure the anime they might flesh that out a lot more. Following scene, Big Mom crew, they're chasing the Straw Hat Pirates. That's what was going on in the last chapter. That's how the last chapter ended. So chasing the Straw Hats, and they're launching these homie cannonballs, and they're missing. And Perro Sparrow basically acknowledges, like, yeah, because Big Mom is not in control all the way of her. She's in her rage. She has no control, not no control, but she has limited control over her soul fruit abilities, because she's not there all the way. She's basically moving at her own accord, basically instinct. And I think it's really cool that Big Mom is losing weight, and Paris is like, Big Mom, like, you're losing a lot of weight. And I do remember back in Elbaf, in the little pre-showing of Elbaf in the Big Mom story, after she got after the picture had got ripped up, and we got that little backstory. So I do remember when Big Mom was saying that, like, oh, I haven't eaten in a whole week. It was after the Semla thing, and then she had to fast for a week. And after the seventh day, she basically, like, lost it and basically, like, started causing chaos, and she, like, indulged in lots of Semla and all types of stuff. So I remember that, and I remember she saying that she was getting thin. So, I mean, maybe she was telling the truth. And then we see here that her using her social abilities also kind of thins her out. So I think that's really cool. We also see that Jinbei, well, I'm going to get back to that point, but we also see that Jinbei, him being an expert helmsman, he has managed to evade the Big Mom pirates and their fleets for this long amount of time. I think that's really amazing, considering that, like, we haven't really gotten anything on Jinbei before, other than how good of a pirate he was and how strong he is, and basically his longevity. That's what we got, but we never really got what it is are his other skills lie. Like, where does his skills lie in the crew? He's helmsman. So I think that's great. He goes hand in hand with a navigator. Of course, if you want to have an excellent navigator, you want to have an excellent helmsman, somebody who's really going to guide you on these seas. So I think that's really cool. Daifuku and Smoothie, their fleet shows up, and Carrot notices them, and you know, that's when everything starts to get epic, because basically Straw Hat's pirates are kind of starting to freak out a little bit, And then Carrot's like, nah, guys, I got this. Let me just be a little bit of use to you. Because Chopper was going to go in and he was going to use the Rumble Ball techniques and just jump over to the fleets and start going ham. Carrot's like, nah, nah. So what's going to happen is Carrot stares at the full moon. Full moon takes effect. And basically we get something that is akin to the first Ozaru transformation in Dragon Ball. First series in Dragon Ball Z franchise. Dragon Ball. So when we first saw Goku go Great Ape or Ozaru, that was amazing. So seeing this, I was like, man, you definitely see the tutelage that Ichiro Oda went under from learning so much, like from Akira Toriyama. The tutelage that he got from Akira Toriyama is absolutely amazing. Like, just to understand, like, the concepts and how to recycle and reuse ideas, but make them essentially your own, amazing. I love that. And I love the way that it looked. It was majestic. It was epic. It kind of looked painful at first, but then when you saw her, she looked so cool. Her hair was like a flowing cloud, and she flew somehow. That's what I'm like, yo, reminds me everything about Dragon Ball Z. Like, this reminds me of all the good stuff that made me fall in love with anime and manga, because it was so, like, the fantasy, like the just the whole aspect of being able to fly and all that. Like, that was what always captivated me when I watched anime as a child, and even before knowing what it was that I was watching. So now, just being here and seeing this and reading this, oh man. And just to know that this is a student, someone who has once worked under Akira Toriyama. Amazing that we get this kind of work. And what I also thought was really, amazing, that she's extremely agile and fast. And it reminds me of like when Goku went Ultra Instinct this recent past couple Dragon Ball Super episodes. So just like the many, like, Ichiro Oda takes inspiration from everything, and you really see. And I even think with the Big Mom thing, I'm getting back to that point right now. Even with Big Mom losing weight, I think that's akin to when Choji lost weight after he used the soldier pill and boosted all of his abilities and his chakra. And basically, after he consumes and uses a lot of chakra, he loses weight, and he has to eat to maintain that big form and use all that chakra. So I'm thinking it's the same thing with Big Mom's ability. It is akin to that, and it's like she needs souls and food to maintain that fat form. And I think she's going to eventually slim down and look like what Sanji predicted back in like many arcs ago. So that's what I'm thinking. But we're going to go back to Carrot going ham. Carrot, man, that was just amazing. Just seeing her abilities, just seeing the definition of why they call minks a warrior tribe. They transform every full moon, and then that is basically their true form. And their true form is basically able to do things that you wouldn't even think was possible. And these guys don't have a devil fruit. So imagine someone with a devil fruit, and understand Peckham's still is around. So we got to see Peckham's in his true mink. Hopefully, it might not, all of them might not be really majestic looking. Maybe, like, I would accept, like, if some of them are kind of like funky looking, because this is One Piece. It's got to stay like that. Like, not every one of these guys can look like super cool, but I imagine like the females like Carrot look amazing. So that left me in awe. Like, just seeing all that, seeing Carrot's movements, everything, it felt like I was reading a different manga at this point. And I was like, man, like, if this was like something else, like a whole work in itself, just with this mink transformation thing, like, I would be totally sold for it. I'd be into it. And really, that's all I gotta say. I'm sad we didn't really get to see Germa or anything else in this chapter, and we didn't really get too much on Luffy. But man, I'm gonna have to rate this chapter a solid 4.5 out of 5. Like, it was that close to giving me a 5 out of 5. Actually, I'm just gonna scratch that. This is a 5 out of 5, because Carrot killed it. She stole the show. She was the show stopper. She went Henshin on her haters and just shut everybody up. Anybody who hated, I didn't like Carrot at first. I'm for Carrot right now. Carrot, Jinbei, Straw Hat members, let's get it, man. Let's get it. this is my review of One Piece chapter 888. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more. Leave them comments in the comment sections below. Give me what your theories are. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.